Welcome back to Anfield Vibes, your ultimate home for everything Liverpool. From breaking news and match previews to exclusive analysis and in-depth coverage of the Reds' European journey. In today's update, we take a deep dive into every word Arne Slot said in his press conference ahead of Liverpool's massive Champions League clash against Galatasaray. The Liverpool manager touched on several important themes that will shape the narrative of this game. The absence of Federico Chiesa, the defensive issues that have been creeping into Liverpool's performances, and the difficult challenge awaiting the Reds under the bright lights of Istanbul. Liverpool's Champions League campaign began with a thrilling and dramatic 3-2 victory over Atletico Madrid. That result showcased the Reds' ability to dig deep on the European stage and reminded fans why the Champions League continues to be Liverpool's favorite hunting ground. But that high was quickly met with disappointment at the weekend, as Crystal Palace stunned Liverpool at Selhurst Park with a narrow 2-1 defeat. For Slot and his players, the message now is simple: regroup, recover, and get back to the standards required to compete for European glory. One of the biggest updates Slot confirmed was the absence of Federico Chiesa. The Italian winger, who has already shown flashes of brilliance in a Liverpool shirt, picked up a niggle during the clash with Crystal Palace. Though not a long-term injury, the medical team decided not to risk him, ruling him out of the trip to Turkey. With a huge Premier League clash against Chelsea looming on the horizon, Slot explained that it was better to protect Chiesa's fitness rather than push him into a potentially damaging situation. His absence will be a blow, as Liverpool lose not only his creativity and pace, but also his experience in high-pressure European nights. Beyond Chiesa's situation, the Liverpool boss did not shy away from addressing his side's defensive frailties. The Reds have conceded 4 goals from set pieces already this season, a worrying statistic considering how much pride Liverpool's defensive line took in their record last season. Slot made it clear that this is unacceptable, pointing out that while defending often gets pinned on center-backs and goalkeepers, it is always a collective responsibility. He reminded everyone of the defensive solidarity that carried Liverpool through difficult moments in the past, insisting that those levels must be rediscovered quickly. The manager also admitted that set-piece vulnerability could prove costly in Europe, where margins are fine and mistakes are often punished. The focus then turned to Galatasaray, and Slot was full of respect for the Turkish champions. Despite their recent 5-1 defeat to Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League, Galatasaray have been flying domestically, winning all 7 of their opening matches in the Turkish Super League. Slot cautioned that the heavy loss in Germany did not tell the whole story. Galatasaray created chances, had spells of control, and were unfortunate with the scoreline. He warned that they are a team with physical strength, a fighting mentality, and a serious threat from set pieces, making them an opponent Liverpool cannot afford to underestimate. Interestingly, Slot highlighted the role of Giovanni van Bronckhorst in Liverpool's preparations. The Dutch coach, who knows Turkish football well from his time managing in the region, has been helping the Reds fine-tune their tactical setup. Slot stressed the importance of meticulous preparation, explaining that in modern football, set-piece drills and tactical meetings are just as crucial as open-play training sessions. He acknowledged that Liverpool must sharpen up both defensively and offensively, especially with the intensity and unpredictability of Champions League nights. As always, Slot circled back to what it means to represent Liverpool on the European stage. He spoke about the badge, the history, and the expectation that comes with wearing red in the Champions League. Energy, resilience, and quality football are non-negotiables. He made it clear there can be no excuses, regardless of injuries, form, or hostile atmospheres, because Liverpool are built to embrace these moments, not shrink from them. The trip to Istanbul will not be easy. The Turkish Giants have a passionate fan base, and their stadium atmosphere is renowned for being one of the most intimidating in European football. For many Liverpool players, this will be a test of composure and character as much as technical ability. Slot acknowledged that his side will need to manage the occasion, silence the crowd when possible, and impose their own style of play if they are to leave Istanbul with all 3 points. Ultimately, Slot's press conference carried a mix of caution and confidence. While he did not hide from Liverpool's weaknesses, he also showed faith in his squad's ability to rise to the occasion. The defeat to Crystal Palace served as a reminder that complacency cannot creep in, but the victory over Atletico proved that this team still has the quality and determination to succeed on the biggest stage. For Liverpool, the mission is clear: regroup, reset, and go again. Istanbul promises to be another step in the long journey towards a potential 7th European crown, and Slot will be hoping his words inspire the Reds to deliver the performance their fans expect.